What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and this is my second review in my Power Rangers Week series. This is also the second video you can comment on to be entered in the metallic Power Rangers 5-inch figure giveaway. So please comment below to enter into that. You also have to be a subscriber. Please don't forget that. And I appreciate that as well. And here we go. This is the Power Rangers Legacy movie line. And this is Wave 2. These are the two Power Rangers in Space figures that come in there, red and yellow. If you saw my video yesterday of the blue, black, and pink Mighty Morphin Rangers, they make up the rest of the wave. So, Bandai America is kind of splitting up the teams pretty much. I guess to get you to get other waves, like keep the interest going. So, I see why they're doing it business wise. As a fan, you kind of want a whole wave and be done with it. These figures all do come with, for the most part, a couple of them don't, but for the most part come with Build-A-Figure Megazords. And I won't be reviewing the parts here. I usually review, and I didn't say this for the one from yesterday, but if you're watching both, now you know. I do not review individual pieces to a Build-A-Figure from any line in my review videos. What I do is, if I do end up collecting all of them and connecting it, that will get its own review. I just don't see how that piece, affects this figure, so I don't want to include that ever in any of my reviews. I hope you understand that. So here we go. So like I said yesterday, all these figures are built on the same general body. So this is the male body, and here's as a comparison, the blue. So as you can see, it's all the same there. The only things that are different are like the added stuff. So like, they'll change the shoulders and the chest a bit. So there's an extra piece molded in there. So I guess the chest piece is different here. So yeah, there's a few different pieces. Obviously their head sculpts are totally different, the helmets and stuff. But for the most part, all these figures are kind of built on the same bodies. The movie figures are not, because it's such a I guess, when you have a unique sculpt like this, it's going to require a completely new body. But from what I've seen so far in the first two regular waves, and the third wave's coming out soon, I know some people have been finding some of them. Yeah, and they're pretty much the same bodies. So I'm going to really quick, before I even do anything else, going to just get the articulation for this guy out of the way. He can look up, can look down. Goes side to side. It's a hinge and ball joint in there. Hinge and ratchets. And as I said yesterday, they've made these ratchets better for Wave 2, which I like a lot. That was his holster. We'll get back to that. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hinge, and a little bit of a swivel there at his wrists. So very cool. Oh, and yep, and a forearm cut. So you get a lot of articulation up there. You get a bend here at the abs. So he could look that far back and look that far down. Can look pretty far up and down, so that's really good. So these helmets are a little more sleeker, so they really help as compared to the MMPR ones. Waist, legs do an awesome split there, back, forward, thigh, double jointed knees, and the feet are on a hinge and an awesome pivot there. So you get a lot of range of motion in these guys. I love these figures for that, and the different aesthetic really helps. So the sculpt on these guys are, again, mostly the same, with like some differences here and there, whether it be on the gloves or the belts or extra pieces on chest, depending on where it is. But they're again mostly built on the same body, so sculpts are this generic male body, which is good. I really like it. So it's very heroic, and I think that's great. So his chest has this extra piece here with the different colors along the white. I really dig that. Now, I don't have much experience with Power Rangers in Space. It's one of those series that I haven't seen fully of. I've watched a lot of Megazord battles, which is what I do mostly with Power Rangers. But me and ULTRAZILLA Jr. have been watching a lot of seasons now. I was a big fan early on, and then got out of it and got back into it in the last few years. So, and we've been moving backwards. Haven't gotten to Power Rangers in Space yet though. So, but I love the aesthetics. I love the aesthetics of these suits. They're really cool. Again, very sleek. I love this color coded stuff. So the white is a little. So I'm gonna look at paint as well as we go. The white comes over his chest a bit, if you can see it there. So it's a little bit of a mess up there, but it's all right. I like the yellow on his collar here. Not perfect, but not bad. And then his belt is really cool, so I like that. Pretty awesome. Very plain otherwise. Very little paint on these guys. Absolutely no shading. His helmet is really nice. I really dig this helmet. I really like that. So very, very cool helmet. There's a little bit of sculpt work right in there, which is nice. A little nice touch. So very, very cool. I really dig it. The more I look at these figures, the more I want to start watching the series right away. So we've been watching, what we've been watching lately. Well, a lot of Dino Charge, and then we were watching Super Mega Force and MMPR again. I've seen that a million times, but ULTRAZILLA Jr. likes it. And whatever is Go Onger, which is really bleak. So we had to stop watching that one. I forget what it's called right now. It's like, I'm just forgetting. So his holster is pretty cool. Different from the MMPR ones. Different type of blaster goes in there, so very cool. And he just, clips onto the side here. As you can see on the Yellow Ranger there. And then the gun, and I'm not sure what they call these on the show, but because again I haven't watched it, but this is excellent. This is about the nicest weapon that's come with any of the Rangers so far. I love it. Check that out. I'm guessing that's the power coin in there, so that's really slick. Beautiful. I love the colors, the silver, the red, the blues, the blacks. Everything looks great, and it's a beautiful design. So very nice. Just goes right into the holster that way. So, and then his hand, fine. So very, very, very nice. And of course, we could take it off her because we just saw it. It's the exact same thing. So Yellow Ranger, same deal. It's pretty much the same body type as the Pink Ranger we saw yesterday. There you go. Just a few differences. The shoulders again, the chest. This is painted cleaner here. So very cool. The head sculpt is nice as well. Some little slight differences, just they have their own flavors. So I can't really say what these are because again I haven't watched it. I'm really excited to get the rest of this wave though, because man, the Astro Megazord, I believe he's called, is one of my favorite designs. It's so nice. So very cool. It looks good. Articulation, once again. Actually, you know what? Real quick, I did paint. Well, there's some sort of scuffing on here, so I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. Articulation, she could look up, she could look down. Up really high, actually. Wow. Down, you got the ab. The shoulders do not have the same articulation as the guys. They don't have the ratchet joints, so it's just like a hinge and a swivel. You got the bicep to cut there, and you get wrist wrist swivel, yes. But forearm, single jointed elbow for the girls, and you get a lot of range of motion in the hand. Swivel there. Like I said on the Pink Ranger, hard to get her to go back and forth there. You know, this should be a soft plastic Bandai America. So let's get that going. That's really tough. She can't really do much with the leg, you know, joints there. So and you got thigh, double jointed knees, but again, it's kind of just, you know, all this stuff is great, but it's hindered by the skirt here. Boot cut and ankle rocker and hinge. So, you know, I mean, they really need to improve the girls a bit. You know, like the skirt is really tough. The you know, double jointed elbows would be nice as well, but she's still a nice looking figure, and they both are. I really think these are really cool, and again, they make me want to get into the series sooner than later now. I think ULTRAZILLA Jr. would really like this one too. All right, guys, so actually, you know what? We didn't do any, I'm just realizing we didn't do any size comparisons except to themselves of the MMPR, so let's definitely get, you know, some other figures in here. You know what? And we will put this guy over here just as a comparison as well. So there you go, Aquaman, standing about the same size. This is DC Multiverse. Here's Marvel Legends Angela, who's a very tall figure. And how about Figure Arts Charizard, very small. For Transformers fans out there, Optimus Primal. And another Tokusatsu here. Kamen Rider Snipe from the Level Up Rider series. And one more, a Mafex Boba Fett. So there you go. There's your size comparisons. Alright, and that's all I have for these two. There are good figures for sure. I definitely think they're worth getting, especially since they come with a Build a Megazord piece. That's fun. So yeah, I mean, for 20 bucks, you can, you know, they're tall figures and they're, you know, highly posable. So definitely recommend them if you haven't gotten them yet. Alright guys, so please like, comment, subscribe. Remember, if you comment, you will be entered, if you're a subscriber and you comment, you will be entered into the raffle to get the Power Rangers Metallic Target set. You do just get the Rangers themselves, no Goldar in that set, so there you go. That is what that looks like. Very small. Alright guys, so please share this video as well, and come check out my Facebook page, ULTRAZILLA Toys, and until next time, peace out peeps.